your drive home on Hot 103. Folks, looks like that storm is headed right for us. Gonna put some gas in my Furman generator, stop by the ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, and of course, watch Mike's weather page. Y'all stay safe out there.
All right. Still got music playing. Now we can say hello. Two reasons we have that 3-minute clock up. One is it takes that long to get notifications out sometimes that we're live. People forget. It's 9:19. I forget. People that I follow are live sometimes. And it takes me 3 minutes just to click all the buttons that we need to click to go live. It takes that long. So anyway, it's Friday. What's going on? We got the Brew crew chatting over here. Miss Shelley keeping things going. Morning, Shelley and crew. We got a great little crew over there in our 46 at Shelley's house. Man, I was completely surprised this morning. You know, me being a weather guy, you thought I would have known it was going to be cold this morning, but I didn't. It was very shocking to be 45 degrees here in Oldsmar. It was very cold, for sure. So this is Louie. Hunter had to go to the vet. He's doing okay. He's fine. He has a little bit of allergies on his legs. He goes through these spells. I think it's the pollen season, but he sometimes needs to get a little shot for his allergies to keep him from scratching. So Louie's a little depressed today, I think, because his brother took off without him, and he's like whimpers at the door for 10 minutes. And I'm like, it's okay. He's coming back. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. All right, so we got a little weather to talk about. First off, you know, obviously, y'all saw my post about Mom. Mom came on our show a lot. We prank called her. We called her. I shared pictures since the beginning. So, you know, I appreciate everybody's, oh, God, all your awesome messages. And, you know, yesterday was great. My dad read a lot of them. Incredible, the reach of social media. I had so many texts. So I really appreciate it. Doing good. Dad's doing good. And just to let you know, we got, it was a long process. So we had a lot of time to get ready for the day. But I really appreciate it. And we got a service for her on Sunday. I picked Sunday because it's going to rain. I said, well, when she passed, it was blue sky. And then it'd be only fitting to be raining on her service. So it's going to be a gloomy day, as it should, since I'm the weather guy. So, but we're doing fine. Okay, we're doing fine. We're going to talk weather, what I love to do. And Hunter too. But he's not here, just Louie. Oh, anyway, it is Friday here in Florida. Beautiful weather out there. Big shout out to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, our Daily Brew sponsor now for 6 years. Hoping they come on board for another year. They'll become a family to all of us, including myself. And really appreciate all our MWPs and their support of ABC. MWP, ABC, together. So if you're in Florida, make sure you stop and support our family there at ABC. They're Florida homegrown, as am I. A lot of people don't know that. I'm a native. All our kids are natives. But to find people my age to be a native is very rare. For some reason, generations like my mom and dad, 70, 80-year-olds, moved to Florida. That didn't make sense because I'm a native. Okay. Well, for some reason, there's not a lot of 50-year-olds that are natives. But I'm a native. Our kids are all natives. So, hey, Trent Hogg, what's up, buddy? You've been with, Shelly's been with us since 16. It's her 10th year anniversary. Everybody say, how'd you do it, Shelly? We survived. We've made it a lot of years. We've expanded quite well. Native Teresa, cool. O'Galley, Margaret, yeah, that's where my mom and dad grew up. Hey, did y'all see the SpaceX yesterday? We were heading southbound, Julie and I, going to eat dinner. We went to Whiskey Wings. We love Whiskey Wings here in Oldsmar. We saw all that explosion. I freaked out, man, because it looked like it was coming at us. You know, normally when we get, well, you're falling asleep, you're going, ah. Usually when we have, launches from the Cape, they're taking off to the east or to the north. So you see that, contrail in the mornings. Well, it was coming at us, and I followed it, and it looked like it was going eastbound, toward. And I'm like, what is that? And it freaked me out, and thought it was a UFO. All right, let's put it on her now. So she's got a Tesla. I pulled off. I tried to get the camera. And anybody ever try to use your camera when you're hyper? I'm like turning it on, and actually, I don't think I even deleted it. This is funny. I'm like, I use the camera all the time to storm chase, and I have no problem with my camera. But when I needed that camera on, I didn't know what button to hit. I'm panicking. I'm trying to hit this, hit that. I'm looking at my gallery. So here's when I first got the camera on. Look. Oh, there it is. Well, I got it on for a second. Look, I got me on. I'm like, turn the damn thing around. Then it turns around. And you can see it kind of right there. Well, you can't see it, but you get the idea. Anyway, it's there. There it is. See the little dot right there somewhere? I can't work the camera right now. There it is. That little dot. There it is. That's it. So, anyway, it was crazy. And obviously now we know what it was. But the first part of dinner, I'm sitting there Googling everything. I got a buddy, Andrew, over there that works at NASA. And I'm like, please tell me that was something, not a UFO. But it wasn't. Man, some of those videos of the fiery return is crazy. Wasn't it? Crazy. Anyway. All right. So that's that for that. Let's talk about weather. And I got to start putting up, getting things ready for Mom. I got a picture. Went to Dad's house. There's a good picture of my mom and my dad. Look at that. I scanned a bunch of pictures for them. So that was a long time ago. They were together 63 years, I think. So there's your weather map. All right, check this little low out. This little guy right here. Woo! It's going to be merging with this low. We got some juice coming across the next couple of days. That's what we're going to talk about. Then we got signs of maybe the next storm system march about 10 days from now, but we all know how that pans out. We're not going to get too hyperactive about that. It is getting to be springtime season, right? Thank you, Marianne. Good morning, Mr. Bill. Shelly, what did you eat over there? I love their wings, obviously. They got the best spinach dip. Robin, I'm with you. You see those things in the sky. What the hell? What's up, Miss Loretta Reed? How's it going? All right, so there's that. Let's talk about it. Here's the current satellite. Not much going on. A lot of blue sky out there across the south, across the east. We got a little frontal line diagonally working. Not a lot of weather out there. Here's what it looks like. Chilly out there. Here's what it was this morning. I was shocked. We had 45 in Oldsmar. Look at all these 30s, though. We had 30s even down in the south around Okeechobee area. 51 in Miami. I mean, that's crazy. That's almost fallen iguana alert. And nobody even talked about it. The poor iguanas were left. They got ignored. The iguanas got no love. It's terrible. Poor iguanas, man. We forgot about it. I need to do a weather report for the iguanas. Because 51's borderline. 49 at Fort Lauderdale, man. That's crazy. It was 30s across the whole upper Gulf, man. It was just straight line winds coming straight down. No water to influence nothing. So anytime you get the winds doing that, guess what? No water to warm things up. And that's what we got. Let's take a look at the wind map. Let's make sure I was right about it. I just assumed that's what the winds were. I didn't even think about looking. Whoa, what is this? Oh, they're talking about the NOAA firelings. Oh, wow. Oh, well. I'll take a look at that here in a little bit. There's your high pressure. I have to go back and read what they got going. There's that big old... See, right now there's no winds, which makes sense, high pressure. But we got really nothing blowing in. These straight line winds down the Atlantic. Let's look a little higher up. Let's see, well, actually, I don't know which one we're looking at. We don't really look at 500. I guess it's just more the high pressure in place. This is kind of what it looks like. Same idea. There's really just no winds. Everything's stagnant right now. So anyway, no water influence. Okay, then we have natural cooling of the land up. I forget the name of it, but that's it. The Atlantic and the Gulf controls why the peninsula. You know, it's never been 100 degrees in Tampa Bay ever officially. Never been 100 degrees. We haven't even had a freezing temperature this year for our area, and we usually get 1 or 2 days that are freezing. So. But Tampa's never officially had 100 degrees, and that's because of the waters help cool things in the summer, and they warm things in the winter. They're neutralizers. All right, so there's the temperature. We talked about that. Here's the setup. Let's talk about the setup, what's going on. Yeah, so that launch was from Texas. Bubba, no severe weather this weekend, Bubba. How did you guys do over there? You're Savannah, right? I don't think you got as much. Well, there was some high winds, right? Thank you, Bill. Ian, how's Jamaica going? Yeah, I bet you saw it. You're right there where it all landed. Yeah, so this was actually going the other direction when it exploded. It looked like it was coming at us, so it was actually going south. It looked like it was coming north. It came from Texas. What's up, Cheryl from Missouri? Yeah, we had a bunch of, Susan, yeah, we had a bunch of ground stops. Don't want to hit no damn flying debris in the air, right? Dave Waters, how's it going, buddy? All right, so here's what we got. This is tomorrow. There's our low pressure here setting up across Texas. And as we do with any type of flow, high pressure, low pressure, and it kind of brings up some moisture, and it's a little different pattern. Normally low pressures are here, and we bring up the storms this. Let's look like John Madden. Normally our lows are dipping here, and the storms come up this direction. We got a little opposite pattern here where the storms are dipping and the storms are coming in from that direction. But you can see they're all combining from our high pressure here. So this is what's going to happen. Storms tomorrow, and as you can see, they're just going to kind of be random. This is tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. There's our low pressure down the BOC. And there's your storms into Sunday morning. That's been showing up. We've been talking about this a lot. We went live on Wednesday talking about it. I think we were showing it last week even. It could be some heavier rain. This is the highest rain totals. I got a rain map we're going to show you, but this is Sunday morning early. Could be some thunder up that way. And then as you can see here, it's going to try to make its way back down. This is Sunday night, so it kind of lingers around that Big Bend area, upper Florida, Georgia area, southeast, northern Florida, lingers throughout the day on Sunday. And then on Monday, it finally gets that little push through the state. This is Monday morning. So it does look like Monday morning early. You could get rain, especially kids traveling. GFS showing similar. There's your placement there with the low finally coming through the state there. And it might bring some action to the East Coast too. Just maybe some South Carolina action. This is Monday morning. That's pretty much it. And it gets on out of here. It's going to reach Bermuda. We got folks in Bermuda watching us Monday. And then into Tuesday a little bit as that low tries to tighten up. So surprising little weather for Bermuda coming up. As this is the time of the year that we might get surprised tropical, subtropical systems. They usually come from an old frontal line, a low pressure seed that's already formed like this is, and it gets over those warm Gulf Stream waters and kind of kicks up. Usually they go off harmlessly northeast, but anyway, if you're in Bermuda, you're going to get some weather Tuesday for sure, starting Monday night from a low pressure, and that'll bring some winds. We got people that cruise. Now here's your new high pressure that plops into place, and that'll leave weather pretty calm across the south and the east for a few days at least, before we're talking about that next system possibly brewing around the 14th and 15th. But it's really high right now. But it's a low pressure 981. This is the one a lot of folks are talking about. This is 981. This is the 14th. But it's all going to depend how far down it goes. If it doesn't dip deep, then it doesn't have a lot of moisture pull, and it won't be that big a deal with storms. So it's there. Could bring us some blizzard conditions on the north side. This is following weekend 970 pressure, man. Anytime you get 980 and under, man, it is record-breaking pressure. So that's going to be big winds here across the middle U.S., northern part of the U.S. here, Great Lakes area. But we'll see how low it is. The lower, it has to be low in order to be a southern impact, okay? So too far away. We just know for sure 14th and 15th there's going to be a new low pressure, some sort of a mid-level cyclone, low pressure area. But too far to the north, doesn't bring up a lot of moisture flow with it, and it stays pretty much a snow, windy event for us. So that's, long way away to be worried about that yet. I'm not confident in that yet for the south, since that's pretty much our big viewing area. But what we do have, two things before I lose everybody. We got daylight savings tonight. I'm not sure how that's going to work. That means we got to get up at 2 in the morning. So I am going to post the crew. We got a brand new graphic that Kim got us together showing all the remaining cabins. Okay, we only have like about a week or two left before you can put your deposit in, or at least no, you got to pay. I don't know how it works, but we have amazing rates on our MWP cruise. We got about 10, 12 cabins left maybe. So we're going to be hammering that out. Get the word out. We'd love to have you. So you're going to see that as we start getting ready for our June MWP cruise. Just 3 months away. 3 months, Shelly, we take off. So we're doing a cocktail party opening night. We're going to meet the families of Shelly and Phil and our family, of course, Julie and the girls. Great time. We give away swag. We have a little trivia fun, and we got a lot of stuff. We're going to do a little scavenger hunt on Coco Cay. We got a big conference on the sea for a couple hours where you can talk to Mike and answer questions. We give certificates out that Shelly puts together. So great time if you like to cruise. We're going to put that out there so it'll be up all day because I got work to do after our little brew, okay? But this is the stuff we need to talk about. This is Storm Prediction Center stuff. This is the latest areas for tomorrow. We talked about that low pressure. The reason it's angled kind of funky, I was thinking about this morning, it's angled kind of funky because we got a low here. Guess what? That's the way the direction of the flow is. So it's funky off to the northwest because of the low. And that's going to bring in storms a little bit more, wrapping around the top side as our system spins in. So there you go. Nothing showing up, 2 isolated thunderstorms. I don't even know if the Storm Prediction Center, I'm sure they're talking about water spouts, I would think. The Gulf's warm at 80 degrees in spots. Let's see what they say. I want to read their discussion real quick. Isolated strong to severe thunderstorms, large hail, primarily the hazard. It says some tornado potential. Anytime you're in dark green level 1, there's always a slight chance for quick spin up tornado. not long range, just spin up tornadoes. So yes, that makes sense coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, the Gulf. We need a dollar tip jar for when I say the GOM. I'm more worried about when I abbreviate things in the tropics. I used to always go GOM just to save time. Now I'm going to have to remember GOA. GOA. All right, so there's Sunday. Now this is going to slide off to the east. Here's your Storm Prediction Center for Sunday. Savannah, Brunswick, down into Tallahassee, Jacksonville. We'll see what they say. Low's going to be making its way out. It's going to be some influence from the Atlantic coming in as our low starts to come across there. So we'll have a little bit of energy popping in on the Atlantic side as our low takes shape. We got some dry air down here that's kind of blocking anything too severe. You would think there'd be some storms on the south side, but there's not. We're going to have kind of a high pressure in place that's going to spin around back on the backside. So that's Sunday, and then that's actually going to make its way through early Monday morning down through the peninsula. We'll show you that maybe in a second. Down after that, nothing. High winds out west. This is our next system getting going. This is your day 3 to day 7 map. So this pretty much puts you in the middle of next week. And there's really nothing to talk about significant. We got our front line, high winds, high winds, high winds, high winds. We got heavy snow and rains out west. We really don't cover a lot out there. I wish I could, but I just don't. But I post it. But these winds are coming down from our next big dip. And that'll be what we're going to watch as our next setup comes in the 14th and 15th. So nothing cooking on the long-range radar. Here's your rainfall for the next 5 days. This is through next Wednesday. There's where your heaviest, obvious rains are going to be coming in. Nothing too big showing other than maybe a couple inches maybe. So that's not bad. Upper Panhandle, up in the lower Georgia, South Carolina. That's your heaviest rainfall. Still there. It was there Wednesday. It was there last Friday when we talked about it. So that's coming primarily late Saturday and Sunday here, your heaviest rainfall in that purple area. This is what it's going to look like on the Euro and the latest tropical tidbits. Just kind of showing you a general idea. Here's tomorrow morning, Saturday. We start to get some influence there as that low slides across. This is throughout the day. Saturday right here. And then Sunday morning right here. Sunday morning right there. And then Sunday midday right there. It kind of lingers. And then Sunday night, so you can see it kind of hangs out the Big Bend area, and then we get a little push through Monday morning. Here's Monday morning, and it might get all the way down. And here's the tricky part. This is showing up on the GFS too. If our little low comes over here, we're going to get some energy up into the Carolinas on Monday too. So frontal line, little frontal line, low pressure. Monday morning could be a little juicy right here. This is Monday morning, so and then it's out of here. But look at that little low, 999. Decent little low. When you get a little low over 999 over water, we're gonna get some winds. So it could be a sneaky day along the coast there in Carolinas. Interesting. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. This could be tropical feeling. What was that one song? Something feeling. Got that 80 song. See you, Bobby. Morning, Tallahassee. Deborah, I'm heading up there. Yeah, exact. Shelly, that's my goal. You know that. I'll be going up there for the emergency management day next Monday, Tuesday. Got some big news. Mike Swear page. State of Florida doing something special next week. Got to keep my lips closed for now. The Brew Crew knows about it. But I'll share that soon enough. Ha! Say no to tropical flow. I got that tropical feeling. That's what it is. You got that tropical feeling. What's up, Judith? Did you do your bullets yet? Cliff, softball season, yep. We got a game Saturday I'm excited about. Dad gets to go. All right, so let's see what the last few runs of this old GF or Euro showing. 18Z yesterday, low pressure. 12Z. All right, so we got a little bit of tricky weather to talk about. We'll see if that low pressure Monday might bring some winds and stuff. And then, of course, Bermuda is going to get it. All right, that's that. I'm not going to talk too much about anything more than that because it's pretty confident. GFS showing pretty similar, 998 Monday. That's tricky. So that is worth posting. I'm going to post that. Carolina, sneaky, tropical feeling weather. And that'll bring waves. That'll bring winds. That's, you know. See what kind of winds we're showing up here off the coast here on Tuesday. Oh, let's do Monday night. Let's do Monday 2 a.m. 2 a.m. When, yeah, it's just right there on the edge. Let me get wind gusts. Oh, there's our little low. This is Tuesday morning. Yeah, see, coastal areas. I'm telling you, it's going to be sneaky. These are gusts. But, look at Myrtle Beach, 40. Wilmington, 36. Look at Charleston, 40. This is Monday night. It could last a little bit into Tuesday. Tuesday, 2 a.m. So, yeah, man. Yeah, a little weather. And then, of course, Bermuda. Over here, you're going to get a little wind on Tuesday for sure. So, Bermuda folks right here going to get some of this low pressure. So, hey! It won't be long. We'll be looking at maps like this on Tropical Tidbits. Our pressure maps. If I can find it. Not that one. Ooh, that's a lot of wind, though. Ooh, man. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to post it. All right. So it won't be long. We'll be looking at stuff like this. This is like a pre. We're going to talk tropics here in a second, by the way. But 991 pressure over by Bermuda. Interesting. Too big, too sloppy, a lot of shear. But still interesting. Sometimes I get a little circle. All right, let's talk about the tropics real quick. Then I want to go. I got to get ready for things. So you know the weather coming up. Hey, thank you, Angel Baby Max. By the way, we're streaming on Facebook, X, YouTube, and now TikTok, and of course mwpchat.com for our subscribers to the webpage. Do these little minute reels. Thanks for all the shares, and hopefully, hey, Coastal Tree Service. I think I met you guys before. Maybe. Well, hey, what's going on? There's no, I'll never let you down. I love weather and always tweaking the final messaging and the products. And I have multiple ways we talk weather. Always expanding. All right, so now we're getting preseason chit chat. I'm not going to post this out there yet. It's a little too early. Because so much is talked about as far as the amount of names in a season, and I got wrapped up into that twice since I've been doing this, and every time I wish I didn't. And I'll tell you why. 2023 we had more storms than 2024. 23 we had one impactful storm that year, just one. I dare you, for the U.S. at least. Continental U.S. We had a lot of impacts last year, not just Florida. We had Beryl and Debbie and Upper Gulf got a hurricane too. So there was 5 pretty big impacts at least last year with less names than the year before. So don't get wrapped up on the amount of names. It doesn't matter. If they predict 30, you're not going to get hit by 30. Everybody only gets usually hit once. Unless you live in Florida. We had it twice last year and twice in 2004. But anyway, we're starting. Let's talk about it, then I'm going to go. So anyway, the European puts out seasonal outlooks every month. This is for the months of, August, May, June, July, August, September. It kind of blends them all together. So they're predicting a normal average season as far as the number of named systems. That goes to the Pacific and the Atlantic. That could be because they're thinking more of a neutral setup. Water temp's about the same both sides, meaning shear levels are about average both sides. Nonetheless, 11.9 is what they're predicting. Average is 11.7. So basically the Euro saying normal season. Okay. Hurricane-wise, about the same. Actually, they're predicting 4.9 hurricanes versus the average of 5.7. We'll see if that changes. But probably not going to get those hyperactive preseason outlooks because of one thing, and that is the water temperatures in the main development region are not as warm as they were last year. They're warm, but everybody judges off that main development region, which in my opinion doesn't mean anything if you're living in continental U.S. because all of the storms lately are homegrown. And I'm going to show you Milton last year. Okay? Yes, we got to watch the main development region, but long track storms are very rare. You know, Barrow last year, July, man, it was Cat 5 in the Caribbean when you're not supposed to get them. And then it was pretty much the rest of the season, we didn't have hardly anything out there. So anyway, that's what a lot of these forecasts go off of. Long-range precipitation forecasts came out today, or this, I don't know when it came out, but recently. This is August, September, October, basically showing you a little less moisture across the main development region, maybe a little bit more in the Gulf. I really don't like these maps, but that's what it's showing. Sea surface temperature averages for those, what it's predicting. It's predicting El Nino or La Nina style pattern with cool waters below the Atlantic, or kind of screwed up two things in one sentence. It's predicting La Nina type water cool down south of Hawaii. What the hell did I say? And pretty warm, believe it or not, across percentage chances of the Atlantic. So warm waters always mean we're going to have storms. Just the way it goes. I just want to let you know that we did get a preseason outlook. Now, we did get, I don't know why I didn't post this. I didn't see it yet. This just came out February. I don't think I have it out yet. But anyway, so we look at months like JAS is July, August, September. ASO is August, September, October. So basically, the pointer don't work. Basically, low chances of El Nino is what they're thinking. High chance for neutral, possibly La Nina. Notice the La Nina's coming up, neutral's kind of going down. So it's kind of end of the season. End of the season's usually bad. September, October, even in November. Okay. So, some of the modeling and maps that they give you, they use a bunch of model predictions for La Nina versus El Nino, and most of them are showing La Nina. So anyway, you can read this. I have the link on the website. So anyway, that's, if you're into that kind of stuff. Now, last year, let me show you this. We had this system. I just messed everything up. So we had tropical depression LE. Maybe they came back and named it a storm. I don't know. This was early October last year. Okay? Early October. It didn't really do much. But if you remember, we were looking at the modeling Haas and HMON and HWRF, and they were showing the spaghetti models doing that. Nobody else was talking about it. We talked about it. We were saying, oh boy, because they were all showing a massive re-intensification in the Gulf, and they weren't really officially remnant, so it wasn't ever named. But if you go back to the spaghetti, I found the spaghetti models today. Tropical Depression 11E, the models were showing it crossing over and kind of heading that direction, and we know what happened. It became Milton. So all this chatter about main development region temperatures and stuff, guess what? Didn't matter. Didn't matter how hot it was over here because Milton came across the other direction. So I don't get wrapped up into all that. I don't want that. So the feeling of, oh, it's going to be a slow year, because too many other examples of it only takes one, and trust me, one storm will define your season, not 20 fish storms. So I'm not going to be that guy that hypes up the amount of names that we're going to get because of that. So anyway, that's all I wanted to show on that. And then, by the way, guess where that's at? That is Newfound Gap, I believe. I just thought of Newfoundland. But anyway, that's the 441 state or national road highway that crosses Cherokee and Gatlinburg. And then guess what? Snow. They've had snow all year. So, just want to show you that. Still snowing in the Smokies. Still snowing in the Smokies. All right, so we did a good little chat today. Got to keep it on for a few more minutes. Any questions I missed? Brew Crew. I think once I slow down Brew Crew, I want to add one little spot. Maybe talk to Shelly about it. I like to do questions. I like questions. I don't get a lot of them. Maybe my head hasn't grown back yet. I still got I had a cancer spot up there, and they had to do the Mohs surgery, and then they cut it, and they 24 staples they tried to get my scalp so I didn't have a hole there. Well, then I had the little stitches. I got a little infection, and now it's like they don't know if the hair is going to grow back. So I got this funky little spiral thing. It looks like a hurricane up there. So, hey, Cliff, your daughter's softball or granddaughter's softball team won. Yay! Thank you, Miss Joy. Have a good weekend, Margaret. Only takes one smuggle. Yes, correct. We know that all too well. How accurate are these preseason predictions, Chrissy? Well, last year was supposed to be a hyperactive season. Think about it, right? They were talking about the most active season we've ever seen. And guess what? It was less than 23. We had 18 storms last season. Still less than 2023. And everybody thought 2023 was a bust season because there was only Idalia. People judge a season early by the number of storms. They judge a season at the end of a season by how many people were affected. And because Idalia was the only storm that affected anybody and it didn't hit a large populated area, most people say the season was a bust. But we had 20 storms that year. So, again, if you want a lot of numbers, then you get a year like 23, you don't have any impacts. You know, so the preseason, I don't take any stock in them other than monitoring water temperatures. And I do believe the wind shear is a big thing, you know, with La Nina, El Nino. But bottom line is this. We got Tropical Tidbits here with his modeling, you know, basically showing you water anomaly maps. And they've been steadily above average for the season. And everything orange is above average for this time of year. So we got this hot pocket of storms that some are worried are really going to fuel the tornado season this year. We got a very strong loop current that's coming up here and bringing a lot of warm water to the Gulf. So that's 5, 6, 7 degrees Celsius above normal right now. And that's going to help fuel storms a little bit east of the Mississippi there. Here's our Klystron Bay News 9 graphics. They have some really cool tropical graphics. And you can see it's 81 degrees on that loop current going up there into the Gulf. So, yeah, not too big on these preseason. David wants to know about it. So, yeah, I get asked a bazillion times about the NOAA cuts and the National Weather Service cuts. I don't have the answers. I don't know what it's. I just honestly, I don't know. I'm like everybody else. I'm learning, reading. Just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and just don't know. I just don't know. I know a couple people personally affected, and that's who I'm. My heart goes out to them. Obviously, if you read Levi's wife and Andy over on X, they've been big followers of mine and friends of mine. So I do know some that were impacted, and those are the ones I'm really worried about. But as far as weather goes, I just don't know. I hope it doesn't. I know there's a lot of news, and again, it's not me. I'm not going to be that. I just don't know enough. I don't know enough to post anything, and that's not. it's just, I don't know, and I just don't know everything. I'm learning with everybody else. You know, I do know that we have, for hurricanes, you know, we have a lot of great tools out there. There's a lot of tools out there, and we'll see. I'm not worried at this point. Put it to you that way. At this point, so we'll keep doing what we're doing. But I know it's a very heated argument. Have you all been following the Oklahoma storm chaser thing? I've been following that. I watched it yesterday. The Oklahoma Capitol. I guess their legislation sessions in is going on right now too, and there's a huge bill they're trying to get passed to basically give media outlets a little bit more access to covering storms on the road, kind of like a fast pass at Disney World. The worry is how do you get the fast pass? How many fast passes are going to be? And again, it's Oklahoma. I'm not really into it, but I have been very intrigued by it and following my buddy Reed Timmer and Edgar and them. They've been there, you know, in the Capitol. So if you're curious, just Google Oklahoma storm chasers and you'll see all kinds of news about that. That's a very interesting. I can get implanted hair, Diane. I might. I've been doing a comb over. Yeah, Shell, we can do a forum and only open it to the Brew Crew. That's what I'm saying. I want to do it for the Brew Crew. Or maybe we'll make a new little area, Ask Mike or something. I want to make it worthwhile to everybody that joins the Brew Crew. And I would love to answer questions. So maybe we can just, start a new topic session. And I can delete it after we answer it or something. If you think, I don't know. But, yeah, Reed's the man. Reed's a good dude. I love him. One time, I pissed off Brandon Clement, and Reed went after me. Nobody knew who I was. And that was very stressful. That was during Dorian. But now we're all friends, and things worked out in the end. So, yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off. I got some stuff I'm doing for Mom, getting ready for my dad on Sunday. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for reaching out. It was unbelievable, the outreach yesterday. I had people texting me I haven't heard from in a while. A lot of folks all across the country. So thank you. I know a lot of y'all have been through it too. That's why I don't want to talk about it too much. Just that she was a big part of NWP and she was my biggest fan. I guess the biggest thing I'm going to be sad about is she would always be that one that I would call and tell her everything going on. Like she was always there to listen. Now I got Hunter and Louie. And Julie, of course, but there you go. All right. Hey, we'll be back live Monday. It'll be short Monday because I got to go to Tallahassee Monday, but we should be live Monday. So we'll talk about the weather on Monday. I'll keep posting throughout the day. Not too much to worry about. Just those storms in the upper Gulf and southeast Sunday down into Florida on Monday. All right. So cheers. Make sure you head to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits here in Florida. Bye.